So today we are looking at myths and facts about grief and grieving. Myth number one is that the pain will go away faster if you ignore it. Having gone through loss and grief, I'll tell you that it is not as easy as people tell you. Trying to ignore your pain makes everything worse. If they're willing to cry, let them cry. If they're willing to scream, let them scream. If they're willing to shout, let them shout. The only best thing that you can do to someone who is going through loss and grief, because they are lost at that moment, be there for them. Understand, each person walks their own journey in their own different way when they're going through loss and grief. Myth number two is something that people have really believed about, that it is important to be strong in the face of loss. That is just a myth, because there is a fact. And the fact is, feeling sad, feeling emotionally broken, feeling frightened, feeling so lonely is a normal reaction to loss and grief. So it is okay not to be strong. It is very much okay. You don't have to be strong to prove to the world that, oh, I made it, yet you're dying from inside. It is a myth when people say that if you don't cry, kama hauli, ama kama hakulia, huyo mtu ana uchungu. She's not sorry about the loss. Let me tell you, there are people who don't cry physical tears, but they are broken from inside. They are dying from inside. It is okay not to cry. It doesn't mean that I don't feel sorry for what I have gone through. So crying is okay. It's a normal response to loss. It's a normal response to emotional torture. It's a normal response to anything that you'll be going through. But it is still okay. Not crying doesn't justify that you're not feeling pain. And crying doesn't justify that you're sad. It is okay to do loss and grief in your own way. That is myth. At least after 1 year since your spouse died, after 1 year, after 2 years, it is a myth to believe that grief goes away after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years. It is okay to let this person cry even in the 5th year. It is okay, it is their journey. You just have to understand. Moving on with your life means forgetting about your loss. Hey, you lost a different person from the different person you're remarried to, from a different person who is living with you now, from a different person you're dating now. It is not okay to tell someone, now that you have moved on, forget about your loss. Actually, I'll be speaking about relationships, especially after loss and grief. The relationships you start in, I will try and do this in one of the episodes, because I have come to realize it's one of the hardest things, because you will always look for the person you lost in this new person. It is so easy for you to judge this new person that you're in a relationship with the character or behavior of that other person. And because of this, we are also going to dive into how to deal with this process when myths and misconceptions are said to you. Join us in the next episode.